Hello and welcome. Today we have a question, and it is, what does the reorganize feature do under the labeling section? Okay, so I'll just start at the beginning and then we'll kind of go into the question. If you go to notebooklm.google.com, and then you usually have to log in, and then you'll get to this page, and this is just your home page, and then you either create a new notebook, or if you have an existing notebook, you go into that, and then you have to add at least 5 sources. So either your add sources window will just pop up if it's a new notebook. If it doesn't, then you click out here. If it doesn't pop up, then you click here where it says add sources, and this window pops up, and then you have to add at least 5 sources. And when you do, you get this little icon here. And this is a pretty new feature, and it will basically auto-organize your sources into labels. So I've already done this. So if it's the first time you do it, then it'll have a little, I don't know, screen here where it just thinks about it for a couple seconds, and then it gives you these categories, and then it puts your sources under these different headings. Right, so now we're at kind of the beginning of where the question starts. And once you get to this point, you have at least 5 sources and they're under labels. If you click on this icon again, now you have a reorganize option. And before you do that, you can come in here and you can move your sources, or you can have them in under multiple labels. You can change the names of your labels. You can change the names of your sources. You can do a bunch of stuff in here. And what Reorganize does is it basically does the whole auto-organize process again. So in this case, it's like I took this source and I duplicated it here, right? So now if I reorganize it, so if I reorganize, then I have this all sources, and then I go, and then it gives you this, it's not really a warning, we'll call this a notification, or it's like, are you sure you want to do this? Because it will not preserve existing labels and may take a few moments. And this is because whatever it's doing behind the scenes to auto-organize, it runs that again. And what you'll see with this is, again, if you have something like I did here and you duplicate your sources under different labels, that will almost always go away. Your label categories might be different. The number of categories might be different. When I did this last time, I had 3, now I have 2. So it's just gonna, auto-organize and run whatever it does in the background again, and it almost always comes up differently. So I'll run it, and you see the little thing there, and yeah, so I had 2 before, now I have 3. And if I expand these, again, I had 5 sources, so now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The one that I had duplicated is gone now, but now it has different labels. And, again, I can take this and I can move this one, I can add it here, and I can add it here. So now, again, you see this source is in all 3 of these, and if I come and reorganize all sources, again, here's my notification, confirm, and then it's going to go through, and it did 3 again, but now it's not duplicated. So what that feature does is it runs that whole auto-organizing function behind the scenes. It runs that again. And I don't know the details of what's in that. They don't, as far as I've seen, they haven't publicly released what's happening behind the scenes. But Reorganize just lets basically Gemini organize your stuff again. I think in most cases, most people will just want to organize it themselves. I might be wrong in that, but it's like once you run this once, you can change the names of these labels. You can add more labels. You can move your sources around. I think most people will probably want to do that over just kind of having this auto do it, because again, any changes you make, you're going to get wiped out when you reorganize. But choose your path. It gives you the option to do either. But to answer the question again, Reorganize will rerun the auto-organize feature. And that may be good, it may be bad. Just know that if you've made changes, it will almost always wipe them out. Hopefully that answers your question. If it doesn't, let us know, and we will see you next time.